Okay, so I think we are live, and I welcome all of you on YourPedia Education channel. And with me today is Professor Hitesh Shrimali, Dean Students, and that is IIT Mandi. We are, as you know, we are in IIT Mandi. We came yesterday, and we are here for a couple of days. So let me thank Professor Hitesh for the time you spared for this interaction. Thanks a lot for your time, Professor Hitesh.
Thank you.
And Professor Hitesh, you are Dean student, so I'll be asking you questions related to that also. Plus, you are also associate professor in one of the very important department, I must say, for students, and that is School of Computing and Electric Engineering in IIT Mandi. So my this entire live session with you today will be related to these two your domains. And since we are live, so some students will ask questions, so I will keep on discussing with you their queries. So first I start with your profile as Dean Students IIT Mandi. We know this IIT Mandi is a second generation IIT, and it is evolving. I could see the infrastructure 6 months back when I visited this campus, and now I see the infrastructure, especially hostels and different kind of research infrastructure developing in IIT Mandi. So I want to ask you about how this entire thing is evolving as per you, as far as the infrastructure is concerned.
So we have started in 2010. So we based earlier in IIT Roorkee when we started first. Thereafter we moved to Mandi, one of the college in Mandi town. So it was a transit campus, and we were the first IIT in the second generation batch. I'm saying about. So we were the first one among all second generation IIT who came to the IIT own campus.
Okay.
Other IITs were not built at that time. I would say even including IIT Gandhinagar, IIT Hyderabad.
Okay.
So we were the first,
Okay.
and we came here almost in 2012 13,
Okay.
in between 12 and 13. And thereafter we are actually building up. We have actually the scattered land in two campuses. One is called South and one is called North. So from the Himachal government, we got one land. Actually, I should not say one land. We got one mountain. So both the side of the mountain, where top is actually one of the village called Arnehad, and both side there are two campuses. One of the campus we call it South campus. One of the campus we call it North campus. Right now they are apart from each other by 3 kilometers.
Okay.
So we have every 15 minutes we have buses going from North campus to South and South to North. So there is no problem for the commuting between two campuses. It takes hardly 7 to 10 minutes to reach from one campus to another campus. In between these two campuses, actually, if you are going through the trekking path, which is a little bit mountainous, not so much hard to, it's even any beginner can also do this trekking. So that is around 1 kilometer, roughly one or 1.5 kilometer. It takes around 15 minutes to 20 minutes to reach one campus to another campus. But in between, we have developed something called botanical garden. So that's also part of our particular institute, and it's part of something called BioX. So that's also one of our school. So I joined here in 2014, and I'm seeing the evolution from different schools. So we went from different school. One is School of Computing and Electrical Engineering. So that was the first school. Then School of different engineering aspect came. Even we had different centers came. So all these things we kept in a mind that we should have interdisciplinary. It is unlike other IITs or NITs or ISers, where there are departments where things are very focused. Actually, we are going into interdisciplinary. We know that right now we are moving in an era where there is nothing like just computer science. Computer science is a tool for everyone. Everybody should learn programming. Nobody can say that I cannot learn programming, right? So even civil engineer learn in programming, even electrical learn. Everyone learns programming and other aspects of computer science. And of course, we have also one more BTech, which is data science. So people are learning all the things along with the engineering aspect, but we also have some of the branches which is known as engineering physics, as well as biox. So bioengineering is there, but it's under the school of bioengineering. So, or you can say that biox. So x is very important here. It may be engineering, bioengineering, it may be bioscience, it may be biomedical also, it may be, you know, biochemistry, biophysics, you name it. So we are going into, you know, any diversified thing, and it's interdisciplinary, as I told. So all this school culture which we kept, it's not department. So we made the school. So broadly, computer and electrical engineering are actually together. And if you look at the data science engineering, of course it's computer engineering, but it's dealing with mathematics. So it is under the school of mathematical science. So that is how we evolve. We have, you know, 2 campuses which we have around 28 different blocks of hostels, girls and boys both. We have total 10 hostels, amongst which 28 are the blocks. Few are in south, few are in north. South campus is built with the vision that we will have PG students and all research activities.
They are in South Campus.
They are in South Campus. So all PG students, they are only staying in South Campus, whereas all UG students, all BTechs, so they are staying here in North Campus. So, and of course, all faculties are also, majorly all faculties are staying in North Campus. Very few apartments are there for faculties in South, but faculties are also here. And yeah, otherwise, most of the you know, facilities as per the dean student. So under my deanery, all the facilities which are coming under, you know, sports facilities, even all the hobby clubs, dancing, drama, all these things are situated in both the campus. We have student activity centers in both the campuses. So both the things are available in both sides, so people can you know. And the most important part is which is not like I studied from Kharagpur and then Delhi, so I have not seen that every hostels will have, you know, every floor have one study room. And study room is full-fledged. Actually, if I want, I can go there and I can take lecture also. So there is one projector is available, you know, internet connections, router, everything is available. So if somebody wants to teach, maybe senior wants to teach junior, or sometimes it's informally, if one teacher reach there and wants to have lecture, so there everything is available there. So it is on each floor, and each floor roughly 30 students are there. So amongst 30 students, we have one study room. So that's the one good thing I have seen. So if one block has 4 floor, means 4 study rooms, and they are not disturbing each other. Just they can study, and it's enough area is given. So that way we think about, you know, the aesthetic, and even when students, when they are coming here, they feel, you know, the lively. The best part of you know, our college is it's in Himachal. Right? Himachal has good air, good water, very good green corridor. There is no problem. If you are going outside, you won't feel to, you know, do anything you know, bad to yourself, or you will do always something constructive. And that is the reason, look, I am getting lots of queries from ministry regarding, you know, the suicide case in IIT. So every IITs are getting such kind of mails and all these things. So I am seeing, so in last 13 years of our journey, no suicide has happened. Right? And there is a, so I'm supposed to write down just nil, and I'm seeing other IITs, you know, IIT Kanpur, IIT Madras.
So I think that has also impact on
Exactly.
no stress. I mean, stress also is less level.
Exactly. And we have something called guidance and counseling service. So we kept one GCS, which is guidance and counseling service. So GCS counselor is there, who is actually expert on this. She actually have some session with our students. So whenever we feel that okay, there is somebody who has some problem, so he approach her. We have separate counseling room, and it's very confidential detail. Even she does not share any detail to me that who meets her, and if any problem is there, it getting solved at the level of between them itself. So
Professor Hitesh, on the basis of what you told, I would like to ask you, like you said, north and south campus are there separated by 3 kilometers as of now. But in future, are we going to connect these two campuses?
yeah, so we have made some bhumi pujan just 1 week back. So there is a connection between north to south,
Okay.
which will be less than 1 kilometer. So people can come by bicycle or even by walk also. So that's going to be happen before the new batch of BTechs and MTechs are coming in August. It will be ready.
I realize that there's a trekking routes also, trekking tracks are also there, and students who come here, different clubs are there which you don't see in other IITs. So can
Yeah.
you tell us about those also?
So we have various societies under the Gymkhana. So these are the hobby clubs. So
Okay.
one of them is cultural society, sorry, sports society, under which various clubs are there. Two clubs are unique in a sense that we are in this mountainous terrain. One is HNT, hiking and trekking club, and one is mountain biking, MTB.
Okay.
So we have trained students first of all. So in vicinity of this particular campus, there are lots of mountains are there, which are right now we are at. So we are sometimes I am saying we are the topmost IIT because geographically we are sitting at 1,200-meter height, and from here around 300-meter height hills are there. So generally at the for the beginner, I take them to different places, and they are being trained by the seniors. But sometimes we also have tracking in Manali, some high altitude side also. So in that we have some hired people who are actually helping our students to go wherever they want to go, and there should not be happening, any mishaps should not happen. So they teach that even how much height they gain from the bottom. This is like the fundamental thing. So some, if you understand this, it's actually engineering way to look at the what is the using some bottle. So those things are there, and how much far you reach, all these things. Is there any animal is nearby? Some of the plants are there which need not to be touched. So those training is actually you are getting here, where you are sitting in Himachal, means lots of jadi booty is there. There are lots of poisonous plants are also there, but you can understand this, and this is the best thing. One should learn their own land, and this is what we are missing in the big city. And IIT Mandi are having good opportunity to learn it, and people are learning it. So that's the best part. And under NSS activity, so in that we have 40 hours of requirement for hiking and trekking. So one has to do hiking and trekking. So that's a 40 years during his entire BTech study. So this is in that way they are becoming very, I would say, they fit and fine. And
recently we heard one news that in IIT Madras, one student committed suicide, and then there's a lot of chaos there. Students are agitating against professor and against the department. So you rightly said there is a lot of otherwise there's a lot of stress and pressure, especially in these kind of courses. So this department which you mentioned is very important. Plus the ambience or environment is very important. Like as we saw here, the kind of serene environment we have when we are walking around in the daytime, in the night. I found that the even ambience in the schools, I mean different schools which you mentioned. My entire team was visiting different schools today also. We found that the people make student feel very comfortable here, and professors are also very friendly. You yourself as associate professor in schools of computing and electrical engineering, along with the dean students, I found you interacting with a lot of students in the mess and canteen, And I think these are the things which actually relieve students from the stress and pressure. And obviously, weather had got its own role to play. So, can we say this IIT Mandi is one of the best IIT from that aspect to live very healthy life, physically, mentally, spiritually, and pursue your higher education and your undergraduate courses in a Himalayan institute of such excellence.
Yeah, one more thing I would like to say over here. So unlike other IITs, I don't know all IITs can I include or not, but where I have studied or where I am visiting, I haven't seen that there is a hostel where we have kept swing. So people are having in in this particular atmosphere, they are sitting in the evening time on and jhula lete hai. So that's very good thing. Along with that, we are having every floor we have oven, we have iron, we have fridge, we kept and the ground floor we have one kitchen also, we have washing machine, and we also want to make our student actually independent, because when they are going outside, look, you have to do everything on your own, right? So of course we have availability of manpower who can do all these things outside IIT Mandi. However, inside IIT Mandi, people have to take care of their own thing, like laundry and all. They have to do it on their own.
Okay, you have provided facilities.
Facilities are
They
there.
have to do.
Yeah, all IFB washing machines are there. Everything is good, but of course they need to learn it.
Yes.
This is the time to learn. I can't make them lazy. Look, so that's I would see that as a best part. And of course, some people wants to do the laundry with giving money. It's some of the outside, some of the places are available.
Okay, so Professor Hitesh, students have started asking questions related to control and automation and Department of Electrical Engineering and Computing. So that part soon I'm going to come. But let me finish with first your duties and responsibilities in the capacity of dean students. Professor Hitesh, I wanted to ask you when we talk about Mandi, everybody knows that this is the wonderful weather you enjoy here, serene environment. Himachal is the state with almost no kind of you can say crime. I mean very safe. I was moving. We were shuttling yesterday between north and south campus, and I asked you, and you said that there is no case in past so many years, no case of any kind of crime you witnessed, and the students are totally safe here. Faculties are safe here, so that is very safe state. Now, but when it comes to reaching IIT Mandi, accessibility and approach reaching IIT Mandi, students have misconception. Like somebody coming from Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh or Karnataka or Northeast, they believe that approaching or reaching IIT Mandi is difficult. It is a remote location. What is your take on that?
I would say that that's not true.
Okay.
Look, I'm basically from Gujarat. I'm staying here and I don't feel like I'm in a remote place.
Okay.
Because look at the name of this particular city. It's Mandi. In Hindi, Mandi is market.
Market.
Once upon a time, like it was market. Market be remote. Market, because it was Himachal's whole market.
People flock to markets.
Right? Actually, in that case, Shimla might be like getting detached during winter time when there is heavy snowfall.
Yes, yes.
And we have two different capitals.
Yes.
So winter time we have Dharamshala. So in that way we have everything available in Mandi town, which is just 30 minutes away from IIT Mandi. Our bus is also connected between Mandi and IIT Mandi.
Okay.
So like every day we have around 4 buses which are going from IIT Mandi to Mandi, and then coming back Mandi to IIT Mandi is also available, 4 buses. So maybe in the morning to evening to, so people can go there, come back. But note that after getting corona, nowadays like everything is available at your doorstep within few days. So like Amazon, Flipkart, you name all the thing, everything is coming at your doorstep.
Yes.
So they are delivering here.
That's not a problem. So maybe it is on the way to Kullu Manali, world famous tourist spots.
I'll like to add one more thing. We have something called Mega Mart here.
Okay.
And even
in campus.
In campus.
Okay.
So even like my mom, when she used to come here, so we got some jam, and it was written in made in Scotland.
Okay.
So that is also available in campus.
Okay.
And based jam, based fruit,
Everything.
apple. So and near to IIT Mandi, not to go to even Mandi. Here there are lots of field where cauliflower, tomato, everything is actually happening. Like they're growing here, and we are taking directly from the field. We don't go to even directly Mandi, right? It's coming directly here, and we are getting organic food in that way. So that's a good part, I would say.
Okay. So those of you, some students are asking, in winter, people are saying IIT Mandi like heaven in winter. Let me tell you, 1200 meter is the altitude. That simply means summers are not going to be harsh. Winters are also not to be not harsh, but winter, if you see in entire North India, that way is a harsh because it is North India. But summer certainly is not very harsh. I was asking, I think some professor I was discussing with you today, that what is the temperature, maximum temperature hits, does it go cross beyond 40 and all? But for 1200 meters does not mean it will cross 40 and it will remain
Hardly
very
34, 35.
34, 35 is very comfortable.
And I have seen like some people who are coming from plane, they are using sweater when they are coming here, during June, July.
Even we were wearing the jackets yesterday when we went to that particular,
So night time it's a little bit, cold.
Yeah. So now let me tell you one more thing, all of you, that IIT Mandi, the admission deadline for master's program, MTech and MTech research program has been extended to 20th of April. So those of you who are under the impression that last date is 15th April, it has been extended to 20th April. Some students are asking question about MTech research program. So let me tell all of you that today I had interaction with the Dean Academics, Professor Rahul, and he has made couple of statements there. He has told a lot of things about self-sponsored programs also. So I think that is more pertinent for you to watch that video for information related to MTech research. As far as related to Professor Hitesh, so this infrastructure part, the kind of students we are having. Professor Hitesh, I also wanted to ask you, like yesterday we attended one function, and that function was students and professors from Tamil Nadu. They were celebrating their New Year, and fortunately we could get opportunity to visit that. And I found some 50-60 students and professors were there from Tamil Nadu. So that means we have students from all over India in IIT Mandi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not only about South India, but we are getting Andhra Pradesh, we are getting Karnataka, we are also getting from Northeast, even eastern part of India. From everywhere we are getting students in all the program, BTech, MTech or PhD.
So from all states of India we have. Yeah. Okay. So now, Professor Hitesh, I come to your technical domain, and you are associate professor in a very important school which we call School of Computing and Electric Engineering. Many students aspire to be part of this school and get specialized in very sought after domains like VLSI, and you are a professor of VLSI also. And I realized yesterday that IIT Mandi tomorrow that is going to have VLSI Society of India is going to have Himalayan region chapter. So what I understood is like IIT Mandi and IIT Jammu will comprise in Himalayan region chapter of VLSI Society of India. I want you to tell me more about this particular thing.
So this has been started from Bengaluru. Okay. So that's a Silicon Valley of India.
Yeah.
So that's the mission from MIT, which is a Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Earlier it was DIT, right? So they have started the way that they made VLSI Society of India, but that has been given only to the Bengaluru.
Okay.
For 35 years, it was to only Bengaluru, and later on, they analyzed, and unfortunately, we could not produce so many VLSI engineers which are required, because everywhere chip designing is very important. So it's not only about the concentrated to one part of the country. So MIT thought that let's have 10 different regions in the entire country. So one of the region which is core north part, which covers Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, and Himachal, where IIT Mandi and IIT Jammu are taking lead. And this will be the VLSI Society of India under IEEE, right? So we are going to have different activities, different conferences, different reachability for companies, and of course this society will have one of the agenda to have to have some of the design companies or some startups in VLSI, in particularly Himachal and Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. So we are trying very hard for that. That is the main agenda or the purpose of the society formation under Himalayan region chapter. So it will be really, I would say that nice that it is here, and it is true for 9 other region, right? So ministry is working hard from all sides. So you can see that VLSI is one of the booming field, and our government of India is also seeing that it has a future for next 20-30 years. It's not only for next 5 years, I would say, because we will be having our foundry very soon, right? For that, some of the people like Vedanta and other companies came, and we are going to have our own semiconductor foundry like Silicon Valley. Once we will have it, then we need lots of manpower who is going to run it. It's not a cheap business, I would say. It's billion-trillion-dollar thing. It's a huge market in terms of device, in terms of electronics. And believe me, it's not about just electronics. If you those people who are expert of or understand something about fabrication of transistor, it's all about chemistry. So it's a chemical industry all the way, understand, right? So we need lots of chemistry people, we need lots of physics people, we need lots of device physics people, we need semiconductor understanding people, we need mathematical people who write the models, we need people who can understand analog, digital, all circuitry, and who can make the whole billions of transistor on a single chip. So it's not about just single one particular domain, but it's a bigger system we are creating for our own India, where we will have as a part of Make in India, everything will be manufactured in India using our own manpower. So maybe you can see like even our IIT Mandi is starting with the BS in chemical science. It is also very important. People don't see that, but actually we need lots of support from these people. Without them, look,
It's interdisciplinary.
it's interdisciplinary. One cannot be expert of everything, right? So that way it's going on, and VLSI Society of India will definitely play important role from Himachal side. Always, if you look at why Bangalore has been selected for Silicon Valley of India, because look, all the people who are coming from foreign side or everyone, they wanted the peaceful place where the temperature is not going beyond 30 degree, something like that, and cool places you can work better way. So is Himachal, right? So
you are planning to make it next Silicon Valley.
Exactly. So that's the look, and we have the green corridor. Yeah. Water is not a problem. Yes. Electricity wise, it is best, right? The most cheapest electricity is available in entire India is maybe Himachal, right? So that way we are trying to support this
who knows,
ecosystem.
in future we get industries in the vicinity.
Yeah. So this is what I'm also thinking, and maybe we will have lots of companies coming. Some of the the startup owner might be those who are listening to me, who will be our alumni later on, and then open the companies. We have Catalyst, that is the startup organization under IIT Mandi, and Himachal is very liberal in terms of giving money for having startup and other things. That way actually we are very supporting, and if you're alumni of IIT Mandi, of course you will get support from government, from central government, and of course from IIT system. So we are actually helping them.
Yeah. Professor Hitesh, I'll come to VLSI research facilities and VLSI pool of mentors which you have, and which I advise is one of the largest. So, but before that, students are asking about self-sponsored program in VLSI. So let me tell each one of you that this year IIT Mandi has initiated self-sponsored program in for those students who are not gate qualified. Those of you who are gate qualified, obviously the process is on, and IIT Mandi ka last date was 15th April, but now it is extended to 20th April, so you have a chance. Those of you who do not have gate qualified is a wonderful opportunity, and that is you can apply in IIT Mandi, and you can apply in IIT Mandi self-sponsor program, and that means even if you don't have gate, you stand a chance to be in IIT Mandi. And one important thing I want to tell you is wherever we have self-sponsored program, like in IIT Hyderabad, IIT Jodhpur, it is cheapest in IIT Mandi. So it is less than 2 lakh rupees. It is very cheap. The self-sponsored program is less than 2 lakh rupees. And also there is a component of earning while learning. And that detailed video in which this all things have been discussed by Professor Rapul, Dean Academics, that you should watch. But those of you who are asking question about the self-sponsored program in IIT Mandi, believe me, YourPedia can tell self-sponsored program of IIT Mandi is the best in India. From number one perspective, cost perspective, very cheap. It is less than 2 lakh. Number two, self-sponsored is supposed to be where you sponsor your MTech, but there is a unique component of earning and learning. Something like you get teaching assistantship, project assistantship, you are going to get that kind of assistantship in self-sponsored program also. So that will become equivalent to your MTech TA. That's a wonderful opportunity. Now, Professor Hitesh, your department to which you represent, students have maximum craze about that department. School of I must say it's School of Computing and Electrical Engineering, and under that also VLSI. So yesterday when we were talking, I came to know that you have so many faculty members in VLSI, and it's a very for second generation IIT to have so many wonderful professors educated all over the globe, and here in IIT Mandi, and providing the quality education to students in VLSI. Please tell us about the VLSI faculty pool first available in IIT Mandi.
So we have around 11 faculties are there.
Okay.
Right. So, and they are working in different domain of VLSI, which is ranging from analog, that's my area. So CMOS analog IC design, digital. Some people are working in something called memristor, which is also very advanced thing. Some people are working in processor side. Some people are in biomedical embedded system processor, that side. This is for the design part.
Okay.
Other than that, other side is device physics side,
okay,
which is very important, as I told you. So some people are working in that. Some people are the modeling part, some mathematics, how those equations are derived, the charge sheet model, all these, and it's very exhaustive, and people are working on it. So that is one part. And one part which is actually very special in a way that when we have started VLSI over here, we kept not only these all these different aspect, but we also kept its experimental part. So the special thing is we also have VLSI fabrication course along with VLSI fabrication laboratory.
okay.
So when they are here, they're actually making the transistor, and they're seeing that. It's not given to every student at the level of MTech.
Okay.
So it is there in many IITs, but they do not keep this particular aspect of learning during that MTech first year. Because in first year itself, one can identify himself or herself whether they want to go for fabrication side or maybe design side. So they need to see the the real experimental or hands-on thing. So if they don't see that, then they cannot appreciate what they are doing, right? So we give every course along with its laboratory course. So that is how we made it. And when we made the curriculum, we have included some of the foreign universities in while making the curriculum. Also, we included some expert from industry like ST Microelectronics, Intel, even SCL, and many more, Samsung, and Global Foundry. So those people have helped us to understand what is the mistake made by the older institutes and which we should not make in terms of coursework and giving them opportunity. So generally when people are coming here, so that's also true for other MTech courses. So first year is majorly on coursework side, where we are also giving experimental hands-on things, and on the basis of their performance and those things, they generally go for internship. Even like in MTech VLSI, generally people are going for internship for 1 year, and that's also like under deanery of students, where this career and placement is there, where internship is also playing very important role, because through internship sometimes people are getting pre-placement offer, right? And mostly all good companies are coming here, majorly like it's getting 100% till the end. People are placed in all good companies. At the same time, I have seen some of the people, after getting job also, and after working for 1 or 2 years, after like they are going for PhD also outside India or inside India. So those things are going on, and I see that it's a success of our program for VLSI. And but that's also true for, I would say, communication and signal processing, and that's also true for power electronics, right? So those who are in different fields of MTechs, they're going for internship. Through internship, they are also getting good jobs.
Professor Hitesh, I would like to ask you about MTech research program, self-sponsored, which you have initiated this year for those students who are not get qualified. My question to you straight is, what do you expect from such students? They are not get qualified. So how do you, as a professor, how do you identify, okay, I want to take this boy, I want to take this girl?
So generally, how we are seeing is, sometimes one guy is not cannot be like going through all the courses during their BTech, and they could not qualify their gate. However, he or she might have good understanding of particular course and some liking, and that is what we want for MTech research. Look, this is not MTech program where people will come, they will study the whole coursework in different part of that particular field, either VLSI or power or whatever, right? And then they choose that who will be their guide or who will be their research area in the second year. Here at the beginning, these people are pretty clear that they want to do, let's say, in analog. Let's say this is one example. So if they know want to go for analog, then he must be knowing all the supporting courses, whatever was there in BTech. So those course pool might be smaller, but they can polish it after coming here, and they are taking only courses in that particular domain. Why to go here and there? They take that, and later on they start working on their research problem. So number of courses are very less. MTech research is based on 15 credits, so it requires hardly 5 courses during entire duration of their MTech by research, and they are stick to just project or the research project. So that way it's very clear, and we believe that not all the gate qualifiers can do very well in that, because they might be confused also. But